Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about the roof movement phenomena assignment that we're going to be doing on Friday. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at this picture of a root tip, and you're going to be creating some questions from that and eventually a model, which we'll talk about. So the first thing, you're going to talk about how plants and animals are different. Think about plants and animal cells, especially that assignment you did last week. Put your answers here. For number 2, you're going to be using this picture. You're going to list 5 things about, you can ask a question that you have about the picture. You can make an observation about it, but they need to be at least 5. So I put some sentence starters on here for you to type if you wanted to use them, like I noticed this, I wonder this, or I have a question about this, or why is it do this, how does it do this. So those are some sentence starters for you if you wanted to use any of those, but you need 5 observations or questions, okay? They can be a mix of both too. And then you're going to be talking about roots, it's just asking questions about what you think. And then you're going to work through reading through this background information that you'll need. It does talk about the picture a little bit, and then it has this animated picture that you're going to be clicking on of the actual root movement. It's a time-lapse video, so you actually get to see the root move, which is actually really cool. Once you've done that, you're going to create a model. Now we've talked about models. They can be a picture. It could be a 3D thing. It could be a drawing on your computer. Anything like that. If you have a question about something you would want to do, let me know, and it's probably okay. So you're going to draw this model. You can draw it on your computer, or you can draw it in your notebook, whatever you want to do, but make sure you upload the picture into this document. Okay? You'll be creating a model that will show you how you think a plant would respond to one of the following scenarios. So how a plant responds to too much or too little water, how a plant responds to too much or too little sunlight, how do plants sense and respond to gravity. Okay, if you do choose like 1 or 2, make sure that you're choosing either like too much or too little, not both. So you're only doing one of those. So you can either create a model of how a plant would respond to too little water, or a model of how a plant would respond to too much water. So just only pick one of those. After you've drawn your model and uploaded the picture into your document, you're going to try and find the answer to your question using the internet to help you. Okay? So example, if I choose how do plants respond to too much water, I'd research what happens when plants get too much water. How does that affect them? Here's a few articles that I pulled that talk about how plants are affected by different stimuli. You can also use anything on the internet to help you. Just don't use Wikipedia because it's not a reliable source. Okay? Or any like comments on pages, those aren't reliable sources either. Write down your answer to your question here. So what was your final answer? And then number 10 here, you're going to be revamping your model. Okay? So if that's you creating a whole nother model to fix and answer your question, you can do that. Or you can just erase some things, change a few things on your model. Basically, you're changing your model to fit the answer you discovered. And then once your model is done, you've made your new model to answer your question, you are going to explain how your model has changed based on the research you discovered. So write a quick explanation about how your model changed based on your answer and your new model.